Hey everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Come on in here. I'm State Representative Adam Nealon. I represent Waukesha County in the State Assembly, and I just wanted to bring you all together to lay out some initiatives that the Republicans in the legislature have decided to unveil today, given that today is Earth Day. This is kind of an offshoot. One thing we've been working on right now that a lot of people are familiar with is the Speaker's Task Force on Water Quality. But today we're going to unveil 5 new initiatives as part of the overall program to improve our environment in Wisconsin, protect our heritage, and also improve the quality of life for everyone here in Wisconsin. The first initiative that I want to address today, and I'll go through all 5 and then take questions at the end, is the renewable energy rebate. This is meant to make sure more people have access and the opportunity to put renewable energy in their home. One of the major obstacles of people utilizing renewable energy is the high upfront cost. So we're going to partner with utility companies to offer renewable energy within their homes where the consumers will pay a small increase, a small premium to make sure that they're burning renewable energy. The consumers are going to have the option of doing 25, 50, 75, or 100% renewable energy in their homes. And what we in Wisconsin will do is offset some of that cost by paying 50% of that higher rate. So we'll make up the difference by 50%. So that way we'll get more people, incentivize more people to utilize renewable energy in their home, and we'll help offset the cost to make it more attractive so more people can enroll and provide that opportunity. Calling that the Renewable Energy Rebate Program. Another one that I'm very excited about unveiling to you today is called the Clean Energy Corridor, where we're going to offer public-private grants to businesses to install electric vehicle charging stations near the freeway. So high-end electric vehicle charging stations that are going to connect the interstate system. We'll probably start in one specific place, but a lot of it depends on how much of Volkswagen settlement funds we're able to utilize for this program. So the funding is going to come from Volkswagen settlement funds. Depending on how much we're able to utilize for this program, we'd like to offer this program everywhere throughout the interstate system, so there's more certainty and opportunity for people to commute and travel with their electric vehicle. The next one, like a lot of industries in the state of Wisconsin, the renewable energy industry is struggling to find enough workers within their workforce. So we're going to create the Solar and Wind Education and Training Grant Program that allocates a certain amount of fast forward dollars to go directly to growing that industry's workforce. Companies can apply for it, or schools can apply for it to help do programs to help educate people on solar and wind energy installation and other things within their industry that they are struggling to find workers to fulfill. The next one, we are making a commitment to Wisconsin stewardship. We are reaffirming our commitment to preserve the Nelson Knowles Stewardship Program within this budget. It's important that we protect Wisconsin's sporting heritage to make sure we have enough land and clean water for people to continue their passions of utilizing the environment, and also just increase the quality of life for people in Wisconsin. And the last one is the Recycling Electronics Initiative. We find that there are a lot of people that are either unaware or unsure how to do recycling for their electronics. So we want to partner with the counties and the people that are already offering it to expand these programs and also bring more awareness to it, so people are aware that they're able to recycle their electronics. And just bringing attention to this, I think this will be a useful tool to help get the word out and make sure that more people are utilizing this program to make sure they're safely recycling their electronics. So the 5 initiatives we're unveiling today: the Renewable Energy Rebate Program, Clean Energy Corridors, Solar and Wind Education and Training Grants, a commitment to Wisconsin Stewardship Program, and the Recycling Electronics Initiative are the 5. We will be coming out with a press release in the next few minutes with a little more details on some of those for people to read and learn more about. The bill drafts will also be circulating shortly for co-sponsorship, so there should be additional information out for you. But I wanted to take this opportunity to unveil these things today and take any questions you might have about these initiatives.
The stewardship initiative, is that called for any changes to it, or are you planning, or what exactly is the stewardship?
No specific changes. We just want to make sure that we're reaffirming our commitment to make sure that this is a program that's going to continue to thrive and grow eventually in the state of Wisconsin.
What kind of bonding level do you want that at?
You know, at this point, I think that it's important to have a discussion with both the Senate and the governor's office to see if we can find a place where we can all agree on, because I think this is something that we can find consensus for. So I don't have a target specifically for the level of bonding, but I am open to working with the Senate and the governor to find a place where we can all agree on.
Are you calling for a 10-year renewal, or?
At this point, we're going budget by budget, so 2-year renewal.
What's the price tag for some of these other proposals?
Sure. So the Renewable Energy Rebate Program should be about $7 or $8 million that is going to come from Focus on Energy. So the dollars aren't going to be new GPR dollars. We're going to, within statute, specify that a certain portion of the Focus on Energy dollars that's already allocated to renewable energy programs within Focus on Energy will then be transferred to this program. So about $7 to $8 million on that one.
Is that a 1-year number or budget?
At this time, it's a 1-year number. And the Clean Energy Corridor, the number is about $10 million. And again, this is not going to be new general purpose revenue. The Clean Energy Corridor money is going to be a portion of the Volkswagen settlement funds that we have to spend or we lose. So this, and we have kind of restrictions as to how we can spend this money. And this is one of the things that I feel like there will be consensus to utilize this money to put into.
Is that $10 million also a 1-year figure?
It is. It would likely start on 94, so probably connecting Illinois to Minnesota and running through Milwaukee and Madison up north or northwest. We are open to this. I mean, again, a lot of this is dependent on how much of that Volkswagen settlement funds. If we get the full $10 million, I can see us connecting every interstate in the state of Wisconsin. If we land a place a little bit less, maybe $5 million, then we'll probably have to start at a specific corridor.
Governor Evers won that money to transit. Is that going to be a challenge at all to the bus systems in the state are also?
Yeah, so it's my understanding there's about $20 million remaining in the Volkswagen settlement fund, and we're asking for $10 million. So I think you can still get both of those objectives met, where he can still get his amount for upgrading the buses, and we can do our amount for the EV charging stations. So I think those plans can work together. If the bus money takes a little bit more, we're willing to draw down some of the spending at first. But I think we'll need at least $5 million of that money to create a clean energy corridor.
What's the dollar figure for the training grants?
The training grants is $500,000 cap of current fast forward money.
And for the recycling program, the recycling electronics, with that, how much of that is expansion program? How much of that is public awareness?
We're still working through those details. The 3 bills that will be circulated today, renewable energy rebates, clean energy corridor, and solar and wind education grants, we're still trying to find some consensus on what the right amount is for the Recycling Electronics Initiative. So there's no dollar amount attached to that right now. But I want to present this as we're affirming our commitment to protecting and growing those programs.
Are you going to be the lead sponsor on these bills? Or?
I will be the lead sponsor on the renewable energy rebate and the clean energy corridor. Representative Mike Kuglich is going to be the lead on the solar and wind education and training grants. And I don't believe we have a lead yet for the stewardship and the recycling initiatives. I might be wrong. This is something that we've been working on last week as well. So if that comes out today, you'll see who the leads are. But I'm the lead on the renewable energy rebate, clean energy corridor, and Representative Kuglich is the solar, wind, and education training grants. I'd be happy to be the lead on the other two. I think they're great programs, and they need to be preserved and protected. But we just haven't got to that point on those yet.
These EV charging stations, once you set them up, are they going to be privately owned or owned by the state? What does the user pay? And who's that?
Yeah, good question. They will be owned by the private company, so it's a public-private initiative. It would be 50-50 split, and the private company would be in charge of the ongoing maintenance, and they would have the ownership of it. There probably will be something in there, such as a small charging fee, that the state would recoup some of that. I think in the bill it's about 20% of the fee goes directly into Department of Transportation bonding. So it goes directly into paying off bonding. That's how it's currently written. So about 20% of that fee would go to the state. The rest would go, of the fee would go to the company that owns these. But they're also, obviously, the utilities will have a small fee also for the actual electricity. So I think we can get to a place where all three can work together.
How much is the fee?
It varies. I think that we will look at a specific level in this legislation, but if you look across the state as how it's currently done, it's all over the place. So I think there probably should be some parameters that we lay out. We haven't got to that place yet, but it will likely be a small fee, a lot less than it would be comparative to gas tax. I'm sorry? Yes, we have worked with the PSC on these initiatives. They are aware of them. We've had meetings with them. Obviously, we wanted to bring them in because they will be tasked with some of the administration of this. We are modeling the Clean Energy Corridor initiative similarly to how we did the broadband, working through PSC in a public-private partnership. So we wanted to bring the PSC in. We have met with them about these initiatives. So yeah, they're aware.
How many miles apart can you put these stations?
Ideally about 65 to 70 miles apart.
On this Foxconn debate that we've had going back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel like Republicans in the legislature are opposed to any changes whatsoever? Is it possible Foxconn wants some changes that you can get on board with?
We have a good deal. The Foxconn deal is a good deal for Wisconsin, and it protects the taxpayers. And I think that currently that's the best deal I have seen. I haven't heard any proposals that would improve that deal. I mean, I think that right now that's an ironclad agreement, and I can't foresee us making changes with it. I think Evers coming out and saying that he wanted to lower the incentives or make it easier to get these incentives is the wrong approach. I think we've landed at a good place, and if they don't create the 13,000 jobs, then they won't get all the incentives. And I think it's designed that way for a reason. And I can't foresee the legislature wanting to go back and renegotiate this agreement that I think is a good agreement for the state of Wisconsin and protects the taxpayers.
Any more questions? Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.